Hello guys, glorious rising soul family. Greetings kings and queens, gods and goddesses, empress and empress. Welcome to Soul Family Oracle. It's great to have you here. If it's your first time, welcome. If you're returning to the channel, thanks for returning back to receive the messages of the divine here with me. I will be delivering messages and guidance from the divine, the universe, and our spirit guides of the highest white light. And I send you my blessings of protection, of love, and of light. And I humbly ask you to always listen with discernment and take only what resonates with you. Don't try to make anything stick where it's not supposed to be. All right. So, this message came to me a while ago, and it's basically the Almighty saying, you are a testament. You are my testament. Like you are the testament of the glory of God. And I started the title with From Grace to Grace, right? And it's almost like the Almighty is like, I am moving you from grace to grace to show that you are my testament. You know, when you receive some kind of like breakthrough or some kind of miracle, and then usually they have like when you go to the churches or just in scenarios where you're speaking of the great things that have happened to you, and it's almost like you're speaking of your miracles, right? It's like the Almighty is saying that you are my miracle. It's like you are my miracle, you are my glory, you are my greatness, you are the beautiful works of my hand. It's almost like God is about to use you to show off how great he is. God is about to use you to show the world just how mighty his word is, just how glorious he is in the manner in which he blesses his children. So I'm in the park and it's quite busy today. So pardon any sounds or interruptions that might come through the sound, like cars passing, horns, people talking and stuff like that. I hope the messages can come through clearly and fully. So the universe is basically saying that your life is a testament of the greatness of the Most High God. Like your life is a testament of the greatness of the Most High God. You being here today, just you being alive today, it doesn't matter what state you're in, you being alive today alone on its own is a testament to how great God is. You being able to wake up from your sleep is a testament to the wonders of God. Because for a lot of us, it's actually still surprising how we're still here, if not by the blessed grace of God. Because for a lot of us, it's still surprising how we're still sane after all the things and the mental trauma that we have experienced, if not by the grace of God. Because for some of us, to be here today with an open heart that is still capable of receiving and giving love is amazing, if not by the grace of God, because we have experienced so much heartbreak. Everything that you've been through was planned to tell the story of how God brought you from a low place to a higher place. Do you get that? Everything you've been through in your life was planned to tell the story of how God brought you from a low place to a higher place. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like everything that has happened in your life that you felt was bad or felt was so degrading or felt was so limiting was literally orchestrated by the hand of God to allow him to express his greatness in your life. It's almost as if you were so limited, so that when God raised you or when God removes limitations in your life, it will be an awe to people. It's almost as if you were limited, so that when you finally reach the high places you're meant to be, it will be an awe to people, because it's like, how did she get there? How did he do that? He had nothing. He was nobody. How was he able to do that? By the hand of God. And this is exactly what God is trying to say. This is what the Almighty is trying to say. It says God is changing all scenarios of sorrow and replacing them with joy and abundance. God is removing all the different scenarios that have caused you pain and brought you suffering and brought you down, and He's replacing them with joy and abundance of all that is good for you. God is moving you from rags to riches as He intended, as she intended, as was intended and destined for you to be a great person. Do you understand what I'm saying? For some of us, we've been through so much. We have been through so much. We've been through, we've been through what we would say the worst days. And even in those days we considered the worst days, we were still afraid or living in fear, because we were still sure that there could still be days that were worse than those days. Some of us have been through a life that many would have caved in for. Like, we've been through a life that many wouldn't be strong enough to experience. That many wouldn't be strong enough to take on. That many would have given up on a long time ago. Many of us have been through a life where we literally felt lost and felt like there was no way we were going to be recovered or recover. I'll say that again. Many of us have been through a life with experiences that we never thought we could recover from. And God is saying everything that you've been through was designed purposely to show everyone that you are truly a child of the Most High God. Everything that you went through was designed to show everyone that you were truly a chosen one by God, that you were truly chosen to walk greatness and to be a beacon of the greatness that God has in store for all His children. Everything you've been through was meant to be the inspiration that someone needs to keep moving on forward with steadfastness on their journey. Everything you've been through is the motivation that somebody needs to hear in order to keep holding on, in order to keep believing, in order to still keep going. Do you understand? A lot of us were told that we wouldn't amount to anything. Yeah. A lot of us were told that we couldn't be the people or the things that we wanted to be or dreamed of if we didn't conform, or if we didn't live our life a certain way, if we didn't do things a certain way, if we didn't take on certain things. But God said, keep holding on, my child. And we kept holding on. A lot of us we're told that we wouldn't make it if we didn't put ourselves under the system, if we didn't put ourselves in the matrix, if we didn't play by the rules of the world. But God said to keep holding on, and we listened and we kept holding on. A lot of us were told that we would be nothing by people that were closest to us, by family members, best friends, and partners. But God said, keep doing it my way, and I will show you the grace that I have in store for you when the time is right. And we listened. Through the hard times and through the bad times, you stuck to your guns and you stayed true to yourself and the Most High God. Through all the pain, through all the backstabbing, through all the judgment, through all the shaming, people belittling you, people ridiculing you, people making you look like a crazy person, and you kept holding on, and you're like, you know what? I know what my God has in store for me. I know the conversation that I have had with my God, and I know where my path is leading me. I know my path is of light, and it's leading me exactly where I need to be, exactly where God intends to place me. Do you understand? Some thought we wouldn't make it this far. I know I personally have had experiences of people just calling to check up on me to find out if I'm still sane. Because years ago when I started my journey, they branded me insane. Amongst family, amongst friends, amongst colleagues, I was told I was possessed. Other people were told I was possessed. I was told I was a witch, I was a dark witch, and that I was into demonic things, even though I had a heart of light and my intentions were always pure towards everyone. Even though even my actions were pure towards everyone, I was branded an evil person just because I chose to live my life in the freedom of light that the Most High God intended for us to live in. Just because I refused to conform to societal regulations, because I refused to go by the so-called rules of this world, just because I chose to be my authentic self, just because I chose to embrace Mother Nature in the fullest form, just because I chose to serve the Most High God the way that I know best fitting, and not the way that was taught to us by religion and by the society. A lot of us have had to face a lot of hardship, a lot of struggle. A lot of us lost everything. A lot of us have have lost so much since we started our journey. Not just material possessions, but opportunities, people. A lot of us lost what was supposed to be opportunities because we showed up in our true authentic self, and because we decided or we chose not to disguise ourselves or act fake or be fake in order to impress others. Because we refused to impress others into receiving the things that we know are meant for us. And so they refused to accord us the things that were due or the things that belong to us. And God is saying, I am about to restore everything that you have ever lost times 100. I am about to give you everything you ever wanted and more. I am about to pull you from the mud and set you on a high pedestal for the whole world to see. You, my testament, my child, my beautiful soul, my miracle. I am about to pull you from the depths of the fears and the anxieties that you have been traumatized by. And I am going to put you in the light for you to receive healing. Healing that goes beyond the blood. Healing that goes beyond the mind. Healing that will not only free you and your soul, but healing that will free your ancestors and your generations to come. I am about to bless you in a way that your bloodline is going to continue to enjoy from this blessing that I will bestow upon you. God said, I am about to move you from the lowest of the lows and set you on the highest of the highs. I am about to put you in places that even people that thought they had some right cannot enter. I am about to put your name on the mouths or on the lips of people that are not only going to just say those names to praise it, but say those names to allow you to enter into places that only they could have allowed, or only I, God, could have allowed. I am about to move you from what people see as you in rags and set you in a place that is only deserving of people with riches, and not just riches of material abundance and financial wealth, but riches of divine inheritance. When I speak of divine inheritance, I mean peace, I mean joy, I mean stability, security, I mean confidence, I mean prosperity beyond the material. Do you understand? You are going to be blessed with more than success. As we speak, you are being blessed with more than success. You are being blessed with an abundance of all that is good for you. You are being blessed with favor, renewal, restoration, emotional fulfillment. You are being blessed with all the things that money can't buy. You're being blessed with the things that people envy you for. You're being blessed with the things that people are going to stand by and watch and wonder, why don't I have that kind of favor with all the money that I have? Why don't I have that kind of blessing with all the beauty I have? Because they don't have the light that you have. Because they don't have the strength that you've had to continue to persevere and push through, despite how people try to stop you and hold you back, despite all the obstacles and limitations that were placed in your way. Do you understand? I'm hearing for a lot of us, a lot of these things were boundaries that were placed around us since childhood. A lot of these things that we experienced started from when we were so young, started from when we were just little kids. Some of us have suffered through sexual abuse, emotional abuse, substance abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. Some of us have suffered through narcissistic parents and families and households. Some of us have suffered through toxic relationships stemming from toxic parenting. Some of us have suffered real emotional abuse from being discarded and rejected and being left out in amongst friends, in school, in social settings, just because we chose to speak the things that were truly on our mind, just because we were different from the rest. A lot of us have had, our inner child has had to endure so much. And even now, we continue to heal our inner child because we have endured so much trauma. Trauma that goes deep. We've been through some things that have affected our self-image, our mental behaviors, the way we see things, the way we behave with other people. And God is saying part of the blessings that I am bringing you is going to be healing of your mind, your body, and your spirit. Healing of all the broken part of you so that you no more have to live in anxiety, so that you no more have to live in pain, so that you no more have to live in anger, no more have to live in fear of all the things that you've been through. Not because you want to, but because you can't find a way to heal it. God is saying, I am about to bless you with healing beyond anything that you know. I am about to bring peace to your spirit and to your soul. The blessings I am about to bestow on you is going to go beyond material, is going to go beyond financial gains. It's going to be the kind of blessings that will make you cry tears of joy. The kind of blessing that will make you sing gratitude every day. The kind of blessings that will allow you to bestow blessings upon others. Being raised from rags to riches is not just about the material. It's not just about what we see with a physical eye. It goes beyond that, far beyond that. Hmm. Things that money can't buy. Things that are not just success and prosperity. Because the things that you have been through have not just been things to block your money or your success and your material gains. They've been things to block your emotional growth, your mental stability, things to block your self-confidence, your self-image, things to block your belief in the Almighty God and His true ways, things to block your discernment and your vision, your foresight, your ability to see through the veil, your ability to see through the facade of what the world presents to us. These are the things that all the obstacles that you've been through have consistently tried to block you from, not just material gains. And that's why God is blessing you with not just material gains, but things that are going to restore all these things that you were blocked and limited from. Things that are going to restore all these things that you may have lost through the hands of people. The blessings you're going to receive are going to be blessings of unconditional love wherever you go, a stable family, a rich life experience, a beautiful home, a loving, kind partner, respectful children, caring, understanding children, a blessed household filled with peace and laughter and joy like you never knew. God is raising you from a place where you've been down and under, and He's setting you higher above anything that you can imagine, anything that you ever dreamt of. You have been through so much. You have been through so much. For some of you, I'm hearing you almost gave up. Some of you almost gave up the journey and was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead and do what I need to do to survive because this is killing me. Some of you almost gave up and went back to a life that you used to know. Almost gave back and went back to a life of mundane and fleeting triggers, a life of addiction. And I'm hearing some of you almost really pressed the reset button. You almost took your own life. You considered, what if I just died? What if I just died? Maybe if I died, it would be better because the remembrance of me being here would be more prominent. What if I keep going on and then things just keep getting worse and worse and worse? What if I end up on the street? I'm hearing some of you did end up on the street. Some of you have become homeless. Some of you have been rejected when you needed people the most, rejected by your family when you needed them the most. Just because you decided and you chose to stick by your guns. You chose to follow the true word of the Almighty. Follow to live according to the laws of the universe instead of the laws of the society or laws of religion and what it tries to teach us as God's true word. Some of you were outcasted because you chose to be the one to preach the light. You chose to be the one to teach people of what the truth really was. You chose to be the one to set yourself apart and use your life as an example to show people what the true meaning of God's love and God's light and walking in God's word is. And for this, God is going to bless you so, so much. He is blessing you with so much more than you can imagine. Like I said, the blessing you're receiving is going to trickle down to your ancestors and your generations to come because you have allowed God to use your life as a story of His glory, as a testament of just how God can use anyone if He so pleases and if they walk with Him to really show how great He is and how great His might is and how great this world can be for all of us. Like I said, a lot of people said you wouldn't amount to anything. A lot of people thought that you were going to just be settled or going to end up settling into a mediocre life, a mundane life, like, oh, leave that one. It won't take long before they come circling back to their senses. Oh, let them go on. Let's see how long they can keep on. Oh, let them go on. They're just being fakes and hypocrites. Oh, let them go on. Let's see how long they can survive without a home, without food, and just still be this person that claims they are not going back to their old lifestyle. For some of you, I'm hearing you used to be in a position where you felt like you could only receive abundance or what you wanted if you were being willing to people, if you were being a people pleaser, if you were giving yourself to people. I'm hearing for some of you guys, even if it was giving yourself to older women, or if it was, or if it was being in relations with married women who would do things for you, and vice versa for some of my goddesses. But slowly but surely, God helped you to reach the state of really realizing your true power and your manifestation power, and put you in a place where you could really see how He can bless you without the influence of others or without the influence of the things that you might have to do that were wrong in His eyes. By putting you in a place where you saw fully who you truly were and the power within you, and understanding that by being your true, authentic self, you could manifest anything that you so desire if it was for your highest good. Glory be to the Most High God. You are the testament that there is nothing that God cannot do, that there is nothing that God cannot change, that there is nothing that is too big for God to do, too big for God to achieve, that there is nothing that is too great for God to do for His children. You are a child of light. You are a precious being to God. You are so adored by the universe. You are so adored by the angels for your perseverance and for your strength, for how far you've come, and for being an inspiration to the rest of the world, for bringing healing to the rest of the world, for being a motivational guide to the rest of the world, for using your life as a canvas to paint the beautiful pictures and the beautiful images of how God can bless you no matter who you are or who you've been, no matter what situations you have been in. I'll let this pass. Hmm. God is raising you from the grass to graces, baby. God is raising you so high. God is raising you so high, you are going to be acknowledged by people who are acknowledged. You are going to be revered by great people, respected by mighty people. And that is going to be because people are going to now realize and see the true anointing of God on you. Going to realize and see that all they thought was wrong. Going to realize and see that everything that they said about you was wrong. Going to see and realize that everything that they thought of how God operates was wrong. People are going to be made to understand that their hypocritical ideas of who God is or who a child of light is supposed to be, they're going to have to show up there. You know what? People are going to be made to realize that all this while they have been serving the Almighty God wrong. That all this while the hypocrisy they've been walking around with will not be rewarded by God just because they claim to be the children of God, or just because they claim to live by a certain way that is supposedly the righteous way. God is releasing everything that you've been through, and He is transmuting and flipping it into blessings. Blessings that are going to over you. Your cup runneth over. In the ethers, there's blessing and jubilation and celebrations going on, which is about to manifest in the physical. For a lot of us, we might be feeling like quite anxious, like it's like the feeling of something coming or something changing or something about to happen. That's your blessings coming in. That's the miracles that God has planned for you coming in. That's all the various things that God has put in place to bring you joy, to bring you prosperity, to bring you fulfillment coming in. That's all the different things that God had already prepared for you to receive that are coming in. The things you're about to see, the things you're about to experience, the things you're about to feel will be so surreal. You will break down and cry tears of joy. The miracles you're about to receive and the favor you're about to receive in your life, it's going to make you, it's going to put you in awe. It's going to make you wonder if you're living in a real world, if it's really happening. It's going to be too good to be true. It's going to be like one day it seemed like nothing was going right, and then the next day is like everything is going better than I imagined, or it's just going too right. This is just God's way of saying, I see you, my child. I've always seen you. Your path was not meant to be of suffering and pain forever just because you are walking in my light, or just because you are walking by the way I intended for you to walk. Your path is also meant to be of positive abundance in all its fullest. Your path is also meant to be of fulfillment, of luxury, of joy, of richness, of you being able to do all the things you want to do, of you being able to receive all the things you want to receive, of you being able to be giving fully to yourself and to the people you want to give to. God is about to put you in a place of luxury. Your spirit is about to be filled with blessings of luxury, of richness, because you deserve it too. Walking in the light of God and in His Word is not just about being a certain way and living a certain life. Being moderate, yes, but you can still be rich and live a luxurious life, and be moderate still. God is about to show you just how much of who you can be and who you will be because of the anointing He has placed on you, because of the protection He has placed on you. Another thing I'm getting also is part of these blessings are going to be triple protection. Part of these blessings are going to be extra spirit guides. Part of these protection are going to be extra guardian angels. You hear that's confirmation right there. Yes. You see, like when somebody becomes a celebrity, and then, from like a normal person who used to walk the street unbothered and just do what they have to do. And then I was like, all of a sudden, they become a celebrity, and it's like people running up, from anywhere just trying to, it's like, okay, now it looks like I need to get security. And then maybe they get one bodyguard or somebody to just go with them when they're out, or like, just go into a function or something. And then as they rise in status or become bigger and bigger and bigger, People get to know them more, and it's like, okay, people start to admire them more, and then they begin to influence people more, and then they begin to need more security. It's like, oh, now I really can't just step out and then just use one security. It's like people are coming in from everywhere because now I'm really like a superstar and people love me. And that's exactly how it's going to be. You are going to need extra security, and that extra security has already been facilitated by God. Extra protection is already around you, and that is part of the blessings that God is giving you. Because guess what he won't do? He won't give you all these blessings and put you up there and allow other people to come and try and interrupt that, or allow other people to come and knock you off your throne. That he will never allow it to happen. And so with all these extra blessings that he's bringing to you, he is also bringing you extra security and extra protection. Everything is about to be doubled up, tripled up, made times 10. Hmm. You are being restored. Your life is being restored. Your grace is being restored. Glory be to the Most High God. Thank you, universe. I feel like this is where I will end the message. I am so grateful for this moment. I am so grateful to be able to share with my soul family what the universe and the Almighty God and the divine spirit of the highest white light intend for us. For whoever is out there, I hope this message found you in grace, and that this message was able to help you somehow or give you some kind of clarification, some kind of peace, some kind of comfort. I invite you to click the like button, subscribe, comment, or share your views, your experiences with us and the rest of the Soul family if you would like to. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you so much for subscribing. Share if you can, so that this message can reach as many of our soul tribe as it possibly can. I am so grateful for your energy. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for receiving my energy. Have a lovely day.